alla spinaci, ai spinaci. So spinach gnocchi. And the spinach gnocchi, well, any gnocchi made with fresh vegetables is really easy to do. I'm starting with some spinach, which is actually frozen, and I've put it in a pan and taken out as much of the liquid as possible. It's really important that there's not very much liquid in it, because if it's too liquid, then your gnocchi will require a lot of flour, and then they're just not very good. So I really recommend that you either put the spinach in a paper towel or in a piece of cloth or something to take out the liquid before you start. So you need about 1.5 cups of any fresh vegetable. Spinach will do really nicely because it's packed with vitamins and minerals. They're good for anybody. And we're just going to take those, put those in our container here. Right. And then we're going to add in 3 egg yolks. So I'm going to crack my egg. There we go. They're not really necessary. These you can set aside for something else, for meringue or something. Right, so now that we've got our eggs separated, put our egg yolks and the spinach together. Just mix it up a bit. This is so simple and it takes no time at all, so I really suggest these things. Put in the flour a little bit at a time, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself trying to mix it together. Now these are approximations. You might need a little bit more, a little bit less flour, depending on how moist your spinach is. So what you really want to look for is consistency. Spinach, and it won't hold together as well. So just a bit more flour. Maybe a pinch of salt, although you really don't need much salt with this because you've already added in Parmesan cheese. And Parmesan cheese is something that the pediatricians here recommend for kids from the very beginning, because it's really healthy and made with extremely natural ingredients. You have to be careful that it is actually Parmesan cheese and not some sort of imitation. So anyway, so you want this nice consistency that isn't quite liquid, but is kind of liquid, okay? And then we're going to take 2 spoons, just like these, so normal tablespoons. So our water is boiling now. It's really important that the water is hot, because otherwise the gnocchi just won't cook properly. So this part is the fun part, I think, but it's also kind of the tricky part. So take 2 spoons, okay, and you're going to form the gnocchi with the spoons, okay? Like you're making a little drop cookie. And then you're going to drop it in the water. Whoop. And then when they float to the top, that's when you know they're done. So it takes just a couple minutes, really. All it takes. Depending on how much flour you put in, it'll be a little bit faster, a little bit slower, but it really doesn't take much time at all. And it probably takes about 6 or 7 of these gnocchi per person, so you can expect to get about 4. Now the secret is not to make too many of these at the same time, because if you put too many of them in the water, then they will tend to stick together. So as they come up to the surface, just take them out. Like fishing. There you are. Little Italian spinach dumplings. And I promise you, your kids will not even know that there's spinach in this. So, okay. It's got a serving. And then I always like to put just a bit of cheese on top. Here I have some ricotta affumicata, so that's a smoked ricotta, but you really could use, oops, almost anything. You could also use Parmigiano, which would give it a bit of a saltier taste, or even any cheese, a Fontana, depending on what you like. You ready to eat a gnocco? You try one? No. Here. See if you like it. You want to try it? And some cheese. Try it. Is it good? What do you think? You like it? Is it good?